Hello, everybody. Welcome to a. I don't even know if this is not really a Drunken Peasants show.
No,
but we are the Drunken Peasants, and we're here to make. It's not. I don't know if it's an announcement. It's just an appraisal of a situation.
Yeah. Right.
It's basically an announcement. Let's go with announcement.
Fuck you, Scotty. You don't know what the hell you're talking.
TJ, you're announcing things. TJ, are you not?
All right. Anyway, so this morning, when Ben went to go start setting up the show, he noticed that we had a little bit of a strike on YouTube.
Yeah, this is what I saw when I first logged in to YouTube today.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
What is that? Can you read that for us? It's a little.
It is kind of small,
hard to read from this
from our
point.
perspective.
Basically, what it says is that one of our videos has a misleading thumbnail. A misleading thumbnail.
Yeah, and it also says the thumbnail's misleading for the purpose of getting more views.
Right. We put up a misleading thumbnail to get more views. Can we show the thumbnail we used?
Yeah. Now, by the way, they have like a YouTube creator like course that you can kind of read through. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah.
And they do suggest making thumbnails to get more viewers, but they can't be misleading. So it's okay to post a thumbnail that you think will catch more viewers. It just can't have nothing to do with the video that you post.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
So let's take a look at the thumbnail we used.
Okay, here's the thumbnail that we used.
Okay, so it's a chick with ridiculously large, ugly, veiny boobs. All right. Now, if we just put this thumbnail up and it had nothing whatsoever to do.
Yeah, she wasn't in the video. There's no girls in the video. It's just us, in a room. Whatever.
Right. If this had nothing to do with the video, then sure, this would be misleading. If it was just like me, if the video was me ranting about fucking popcorn flavors and this was the fucking thumbnail,
then of course, yeah.
It'd be like, okay, well that's misleading. You're making people think that it's about this when it's actually not.
True.
Sure.
Okay. But the problem is that this very same girl that we're using in the thumbnail is featured in the video because she's a YouTuber and she made a video about some kind of Republican bullshit. And we used her video as a fucking springboard to talk about the issue she was talking about and also just to kind of make fun of her.
Yeah, sure.
Right. And at the beginning of the segment, I had mentioned, I mentioned I've avoided talking about this person for a while.
Yeah.
It
wasn't like we're eager to get into her videos.
Right.
I mean, her videos are just pretty boring, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so what were the minute markers, Ben, that we talked about her in the video?
It was like 47:20.
It was
47. You can go ahead, Ben.
47:22 to 53:47.
Right.
So a decently length segment. Sometimes
long enough to be a standalone YouTube video on its own.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
We do a 3-hour show where we cover a wide variety of topics, and we have often put the faces of people we talked about in a particular segment as our thumbnail.
Why wouldn't we?
Because, there's no one thumbnail that's going to summarize our entire crazy 3-hour variety act fucking show. So we picked this segment, we picked this person from this segment to put up there, and because she's a girl and because she has huge boobs, YouTube says this is a misleading thumbnail. If we talked about G-Man or Ryan Wiley or any of those other people and used them in the thumbnail, YouTube would have no objection. But because she's not attractive to me, but because she has giant boobs and obviously certain people are just going to automatically click on giant boobs, we misled people.
Yes, and as a result of this, with the way it stands currently, our channel is unable to stream live.
Yep.
For potentially the next 6 months. And that is the whole concept of our show, is being a live interactive show. We just had a record amount of live viewers during our last show, something like 3,500 viewers. So this is almost crippling to the show. This one thing.
Right. I mean, even if we were guilty of this, which we're not, because she was featured in the video But even if we just selected a random hot chick off the internet, put her in the thumbnail, had nothing to do with the topic of the video whatsoever, even if we had done that, does that really warrant fucking 6 months of account suspension?
According to Google, yes. You know, I mean, like, I can't speak for how thorough the review was.
Yeah, because they said that someone that works for Google reviewed this video according to what they said.
I just feel this must have been done in error on their part. And I think for the other part, I mean, I don't want to speculate why this got flagged, but it was more than likely someone, like a troll or somebody, was out there just flagging these videos. Because I mean, false flagging campaigns are nothing new to YouTube. I can't speculate if that's you know, if there's a particular person or a thing like that, but I just think that's what more than likely caused this, because people try to flag videos all the time, and like, you know, and there are legitimate reasons to flag videos, but I mean, this misleading thumbnail just seems pretty dubious to me.
Right, and most YouTubers don't do live streams, so
No.
if something like this happens to them, they can usually still keep going without it being an inconvenience to them.
Yeah, because we prefer to do the show before a live audience. We just don't want it
And
to
the
be...
fucked up thing is that even, like you said, even if we were guilty of this, which we're not, because the thumbnail did have something to do with our video, you know, even if we were guilty of this, streaming had nothing to do with the violation that they're claiming we committed. You know, it was a thumbnail thing. Take away our fucking custom thumbnail thing.
Exactly. You know? This is like some Jean Valjean shit from like you know what I mean, from Les Miserables.
So a lot of people probably want to know.
Like we took a loaf of bread. Now the punishment is like, you know, way exceeds
Right.
you know, the crime. I mean, come on.
We didn't even take the loaf of bread though. We fucking paid for the motherfucker. We didn't even break
You know,
the rules.
that's what I'm saying. That's what's even worse about this situation, is that we're just getting so royally fucked. And I mean, people could say, you know, probably say, "Oh, fuck YouTube," but I mean, like, how thorough is the review process when there's so much video going up? I mean, this video was probably viewed for 2 seconds and then just said, "Okay, this is bad,"
Or even 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 10 minutes.
I mean, it's a 3-hour fucking
So
video.
I'm hopeful we can reverse this, because I don't think it's right.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about what we're going to do, and then we're going to talk about what you can do to help.
Well, first of all, when Ben posted this news up on Facebook this morning, there were some people who had some very helpful suggestions as to what we could do. Things like, just get a new channel. It's like, okay, we have over 50,000 subscribers on this channel that it took us a year of doing regular shows to get. We're not just going to fucking get a new channel.
Yeah, it's absurd.
And then some other people have said, just leave YouTube and go to a different site. It's like, okay, well, if you can make a suggestion of a place that we can go that has the same features and monetization options, then, you know, I'm willing to hear that out. But failing that, don't just tell me, like, generically go somewhere else, because there is nowhere else. YouTube is that's the fucking only game in town, really. We don't do gaming content, so we can't go to Twitch. All right, so those kind of suggestions are not helpful. That's like if someone's house burns down and you're just like, get a new house.
Right.
Like, no, you're an idiot. Don't talk to us. What are we going to do moving forward? Well, the first thing that we're going to do, guys, is that we're going to try to fight YouTube on this. YouTube is basically an impenetrable wall of bureaucracy.
Yeah, you've dealt with them many a times.
But hopefully we can get someone to actually look at this case and give us our live streaming rights back and put our account back in good standing, because it does not deserve to be in bad standing. We did not violate their rule when it comes to thumbnails.
Yeah, we honestly try our best to follow the rules here, because we know how shit like this can ruin a channel.
Right. So
Of course.
we're not doing a show tonight like planned, because we just, you know, things are too up in the air right now. But we are going to do a show Friday. If by some miracle our live streaming rights are restored by then, we'll do it here. If not, it'll be on the Amazing Atheist channel. And then we'll just post the actual video here after it goes live on Amazing Atheist.
Yeah, we're going to be looking into more solutions going forward for greater, you know, content distribution and things like that, you know, so we don't have to solely rely on YouTube necessarily, but at this point we do, so we're going to, obviously, this kind of wake-up call to us to kind of, like, you know, make the show available on more formats, I think. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. We definitely want greater content distribution. At some point, if we can't resolve this on our own, at some point we'll probably have you guys try to talk to YouTube on our behalf. Maybe if they have a lot of people coming at them and talking about this, that'll be effective.
In a respectful manner, though.
Right, yeah.
No trolling.
Writing to YouTube and being like, fuck you, Drunken Peasants, faux life.
Yeah, please don't
That's
do
not
that.
gonna.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt us more than help us. So don't do that. But no. Another thing you guys can do is, because we rely on YouTube for our monetization right now. One of the ways we can escape that is to be as crowd-funded as possible. And we do have our Patreon, patreon.com/DP, double penetration, Drunken Peasants.
It's on the screen, and I think I'll put an annotation link in there,
Right.
too.
So we've got that. If you guys want to help out the show, help us escape the iron clutch of YouTube and not be reliant on a company that basically, if you supposedly, by their crazy interpretation, break one of their rules, which we didn't even fucking do, unless there's a rule against big tits. But I haven't seen that rule written down anywhere.
If that's the case, that girl's
That
channel.
girl's entire channel should be taken down.
Right.
But that helps us escape. If you guys help us out on Patreon, that helps us escape, being under YouTube's boot heel a little bit. So basically, that's what we're doing moving forward. We're trying to find other ways of distributing our content, trying to find ways to be as free from YouTube as possible, while also trying to communicate with YouTube and make them see that they've done this in error and that our channel does not deserve this penalty.
See, the difficult part about that is that they haven't given us any appeal process because supposedly this has already been reviewed and confirmed.
Yeah, I've seen some people post the comments like along the vein of like, oh, just appeal this. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily an option. Like,
There's no option
Yeah.
on our screen to appeal it. That tab over to the right is not there for us.
yeah, we're gonna try to get into contact with someone at YouTube and appeal this to to someone there.
Yeah.
and get this issue brought up. They're not allowing us to appeal this decision.
Right.
All right. I think that we've said everything we need to say, unless someone else has anything.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, sorry we couldn't do a show tonight, guys. We will be back Friday on my channel, if not this one. So be sure to, stay tuned for that. And we will keep you guys very much in the loop as to what's going on this matter. We'll update you whenever we know anything. Be sure to subscribe or follow our social media. We have a Facebook, we have a Twitter. I think that's about it. But join if you follow us on Facebook, you follow us on Twitter, you'll be appraised of the situation as it develops. Obviously, if there's a major break, we will make another video like this one. Once again, we're very, very sorry that we couldn't do our show tonight. We really wanted to, but unfortunately, YouTube kind of bent us over the table and fucked us in the ass.
All right.
Yeah, and whoever reported us.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, good night, everybody. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah. Bye.